UTRGV women's golf sacrifices a Sunday to help out the community. UTRGV volleyball ups the number of national championship rings on its coaching staff to 8. And a former Pan American tennis player returns as the coach. All that and more coming up inside this edition of V Nation.
That's V for Valley, V for Victory, and V for Vaqueros.
This is V Nation. Hey everyone, and welcome to V Nation. I'm Jonah Goldberg. The University of Texas Rio Grande Valley women's golf team believes in service above self, and they use their most recent Sunday to engage the community. Romeo Villarreal has the story.
One of the most frequent golf courses the UTRGV women's golf team practices on is Palm View Golf Course in McAllen, Texas, who lets the girls use the course free of charge. So to give back to the course, the girls volunteered at Palm View's annual Amateur Golf Championship this last Sunday.
We play out here a lot and practice out here a lot at Palm View, and so, they're having their big city, McAllen City Championship, and we just really wanted to help them. We're going to do some timing for pace of play. We're going to do some scoring and just sort of give back in thanks for them here at Palm View, and Carlos and Rex and Ben giving us the opportunity to play and practice out here. They're kind of excited about it too. I mean, they get to be in their uniform and be out here and answer questions. Two of them were actually out here yesterday, and they were able to meet some people and get acquainted with some of the golfers in the community. So.
It's a great opportunity to get back to the community. We all come together, come out, help, have fun, and it's always great to get back to our community and for what they've done to us, because we're so family-oriented down here in the Valley, so it's always great giving back.
Another reason Coach Alexander wanted the team to help out at this event was so that local golfers could get to know the team, which has only one returner and is made up of 5 new student athletes.
I think it's a good way to introduce this brand new program and a brand new team to the community, and then really get people to be aware of who we are and what we have to offer the community. So we're just excited to be here and really looking forward to helping out.
For V Nation, this is Romeo Villarreal.
Women's golf team opened its fall season the previous week at Utah Valley, with 2 juniors bookending a trio of freshmen in the standings. Geraldine Torales led the way with a 164. The Vaqueros are back on the links October 5th and 6th at New Mexico State.
Probably wasn't our best performance, but it was our first performance of the year with virtually a brand new team, brand new program, and I felt like the players were a little nervous and didn't really know what to expect, and it gave me an opportunity to watch them, and really find out what they needed to work on.
UTRGV men's golf also on the links last week, opening the season at Illinois State, and freshman Andres Gonzalez made his mark early. Not only did he tie for 4th out of 90 golfers, but Gonzalez also recorded a hole-in-one. Not a bad start for the Vaqueros, who came in 11th out of 18.
That was fantastic. I mean, that's more than what you can ask for a freshman. I'm sure going into the tournament, he was probably a little bit nervous, but he handled it much more maturely than a freshman, and he handled playing the last round under pressure much better than a freshman. So great expectations for Andreas. Happy to see him get the hole-in-one, and what a wonderful start to his college career.
On to the pitch. UTRGV women's soccer closing out a 3-match homestand against Texas Southern, and the defense continued to be the story. The Vaqueros extended their program record shutout streak to 327 minutes and 20 seconds before finally allowing a goal with 45 seconds left in a 1-0 loss.
Texas Southern came in stronger than us from the very beginning, and they kept on going, had a strong mentality from the very start. Unfortunately, we didn't today. We didn't step out ready to play, so it's a very disappointing game, and we were hoping to continue what we have started the last 3 games, but it's tough. It's a really tough game today, and they deserve to win.
We were able to play better in the second half, create lots of chances, but again, we don't put our chances away, and they work very hard, Texas Southern. They created their opportunities, and when they had one, they put it in the back of the net, and that's the bottom line.
The Caros closing out non-conference play at UNLV. About 7 minutes left. Cross. Zinnia Hanning with a long shot, and she scores! First goal of the season for Hanning. Alyssa Espino's second assist of the season, and Deandra Aliaga's third. But the Vaqueros fall 4-1. With non-conference play complete, here's what the WAC looks like. WAC play starts on Sunday as UTRGV visits New Mexico State. UTRGV men's soccer also on a Pacific time zone swing, opening up a weekend trip with a 3-1 loss at San Diego State, a Pac-12 team receiving votes in the national poll. The Vaqueros struck first on Miko Puskari's first career goal in the 25th minute, and the game was tied at 1 40 minutes later when the Aztecs got the game winner. The final goal came in the closing minutes. Still, a heck of a performance against one of the top teams in the country. The Vaqueros closing out the road trip at Cal State Fullerton, and this one was a defensive struggle. Leo Castillo did everything he could in the net to keep it close, making 5 saves. But the Vaqueros fall 1-0. With one more weekend of non-conference play remaining, here's what the WAC standings look like. The Vaqueros are back home on Saturday at 7 for Alumni Day against Our Lady of the Lake. It promises to be a special experience, not only for the alumni in attendance, but the opposing coach, Shane Hurley, who is also an alum. Every time we talk, it seems as if the resume of the UTRGV volleyball coaching staff gets stronger, and today's no exception. Coming up inside V Nation, we learn how the coaching staff now combines for 8 national championship rings.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to learning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
We compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
and believe that we can inspire others,
just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
the Western Athletic Conference.
When Todd Lowry took over the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley volleyball team, he brought his 4 national championship rings with him. A little later on, UTRGV added Vinny Bygun and his 2 national championship rings to the staff. Last week, UTRGV brought on a graduate assistant, and she's got 2 national championship rings of her own. Romeo Villarreal has the story.
UTRGV Volleyball's newest member is graduate assistant Danica Markovic, who played under Coach Lowry at UTB and won 2 national titles there as a student athlete.
This is my second year as a graduate student. I started at UTB first. I was given a chance to be a graduate assistant for Coach Lowry my first year, and I did cross country at that time, so I did both volleyball and cross country. As soon as he told me that he would come here, there was no doubt in my mind that I want to coach with him because, like I said, I already know how he works, and I really enjoy working and being next to him. And I think he saw in me also help because he knows how I am and he knows my work habits. And so I think we were a good match. And I was very excited from the moment that he told me he's coming up here. I was excited for him, and I was hoping he would offer me a graduate assistant position here so that I can join as well.
Denise and I have always been close. We kept in good contact, and she helped us out some last year. And as these opportunities came up, we started talking about it and about it being a possibility. She still needed another year at grad school, and just something she wanted to come and finish up. She needed to finish up school, and then for her to have an opportunity to be part of our staff, she kind of jumped at the opportunity, and we welcomed her with open arms.
One of the things that made Coach Markovic so successful as a student athlete was her strong work ethic. This paired with her ability to relay Coach Lowry's system to the team. From a player's perspective, make her a strong addition to this team.
As a former player, Danica was just a tremendous leader for us, and not necessarily vocally. She always came to the gym, always did the right things, and really just led by example. And really didn't have a bad day as a player in the 4 years that she was a player. Just showed up every day and went to work. And her work ethic as a coach is pretty much no different. She shows up every day here with a positive attitude and does the things that we ask of her. And it's just a tremendous asset to us. And the girls, someone they can relate to, someone that's been through our system, and can really tell them, what are the things they need to do to get to that level.
I know his philosophy and I know what he expects from the girls, and of course me as his assistant, I know what he wants and how I can help you transfer what he wants to do on the court with the girls. So it was very useful that I played for him for 4 years and then just continued on working with him on sidelines.
For V Nation, this is Romeo Villarreal.
UTRGV Volleyball in Beaumont for the Cardinal Classic, taking on host Lamar, and in the first set, it was all vaqueros. Haley Durham throws it down to make it 17-10, and then, on the next serve, Durham comes up with an ace. 8-point set. 1 point later, it's Bojana Mitrovic. 19-11 vaqueros. Alicia Watson trying to put it away with kills not once, but twice. It's set point. And then Tina Sekulic finishes the job. The vaqueros take the first set 25-20. Move ahead to the third set. Match tied at 1. It's set point for the Cardinals, but Mitrovic says, "I don't think so." Ties the set at 24 before the Cardinals take the set 26-24. Fourth set now. Vaqueros down 17-19, but Watson continues her torrid match with kills here and here. And then Watson serving, ace. Watson finished with a career-high 18 kills on 382 hitting, but the Vaqueros fall 1-3.
We came out and played well in the first set, and then gave up a little bit of momentum in the end of set 1, and that carried over into set 2, and then just really lost some really close sets that we felt like we had opportunities to win, and we just got to find a way to start closing out some of these close games.
UTRGV edged by Tulane in the second match of the tournament, 1-3. All 3 of UTRGV's set losses were by 2 points, making that 5 straight 2-point set losses. Watson with a new career high in kills for the second match in a row, finishing with 20 on 356 hitting. Bojana Mitrovic with her third double-double, 24 kills and 11 digs. Haley Durham had 11 kills. How about Tina Sekulic? 55 assists, the most by anyone in this program in a 4-set match since 2007.
Back and forth match, we were in it the entire time and felt like we gave ourselves some opportunities to win, and then once again just not able to close matches out or close sets out, and that's kind of where we're at right now. We got to find a way to finish those matches that we're ahead or those sets we're ahead, and find a way to win the ones that are the 2-point sets. We got to start winning some of those.
UTRGV closed out the tournament with a sweep of Jackson State. 14 more kills for Bojana Mitrovic, as she earned all tournament team honors after averaging more than 4.7 kills and nearly 2.3 digs per set.
Came out, not much rest time. I think we had about 25 minutes in between the Tulane match and the Jackson State, so started a little slow, but as the girls got loosened back up again, felt like we did some nice things and were able to get out of there with a win.
With non-conference play just about complete, here's what the WAC volleyball standings look like. The Vaqueros are back in action on Thursday at Prairie View A&M before opening WAC play on Saturday at New Mexico State.
Prairie View, is a team similar to the teams we've had success against this year. So we look to go there on Thursday night and have some success and build a little bit of momentum going into Saturday night. And going to have to go up there and we're going to have our hands full. New Mexico State's probably playing as good as anybody and this conference has played in a while. They've played Texas tough. They have wins over Oklahoma. They've played some other top 10 to 15 teams really tough. So they're playing good volleyball, and we're going to have our hands full up there. We got to really go up there and execute and do the things that we have set aside for them.
Want to get rewarded just for tweeting, Facebooking, and Instagramming about UTRGV athletics? Maybe get bonus points for checking in at home events? Now you can. Download the VFan Rewards app on your smartphone today. It's a free download, and you can earn points to win prizes such as backpacks, hats, shirts, water bottles, and more. Need more information? Then log on to vfanrewards.com. After arriving on campus, New UTRGV men's tennis coach Brett Bernstein had less than a week to get his team ready for its first event. Next inside V Nation, we take you through Bernstein's whirlwind transition from assistant coach at BYU to head coach at UTRGV. Brett Bernstein was one of the best to ever compete for the UTRGV men's tennis team. After cutting his teeth as an assistant coach and associate head coach at UNC Greensboro and assistant coach at BYU, Bernstein returned to where it all started to serve as head coach. Romeo Villarreal has more.
As we came closer to the start of the fall tennis season, the tennis team found themselves in need of a new head coach. The person who stepped up and took the job was UTPA tennis alum Brett Bernstein, who just days after being hired was already on the road with his new team to their first event of the season.
I wasn't here more than 3 days, and we had our first event at the Islander Open. So it's kind of getting to know the guys, getting to know their game, and then also, I mean, it takes time for them to get to know their new head coach. So I think over the past week, we've meshed really well. The Islander Open was really good for us in the sense we had guys go really deep in the tournament, so they got to really see how it interact with them on court. We have an event this weekend, 2 events this weekend actually, and we'll further get to know each other along the way.
He's been very good. We've all liked the way he's welcomed us, and we've welcomed him. And he's got some very clear goals for what he wants to achieve with the program, and we've all got the same sort of goals. So, I mean, we're all like, the first tournament went well. It was good. It was a success, really. The team dynamic's good with Coach Bernstein. So yeah, we're just all looking forward to keep going out here on the practice court, and when we're traveling, getting results for RGV.
During his time as a tennis athlete at UTPA, Coach Bernstein was one half of one of the best doubles teams in the program's history with his brother, Bo Bernstein.
For me, I was excited because I'm back here at my alumni, and I just reiterated to the guys that I was a student athlete here as well. I can relate to their situation, everything they're going through on a day-to-day basis. And I just kind of told them that I was going to be, as a former athlete here and player, that I was a good player, but I want to be even a better coach for the program. So I still felt like I still had a lot more to offer, the team and the program as a whole.
He graduated here from 2010, so he knows what it's like to be a student athlete and compete at the highest level of college tennis. So he knows what it takes, and that really helps, having a coach that really knows what it takes to be successful, because he was very successful while he was here. It's definitely different, but we're looking forward to it, and we're all just really excited to get this going.
While he was considering the UTRGV head coaching job, Coach Bernstein was impressed with the program's rapid growth since he had graduated, and thinks it will translate to a strong season for the team.
The athletic program as a whole has grown a lot. That's what really interested and sparked my interest in coming back here. But as far as the players on the team, I think we always had a decent team. We'd have some top guys that did really well for us. But I feel like this team here, we have a lot more depth. We're a lot deeper, and that's what wins matches. Line 1 counts just as much as line 6. So that's what I really feel we're going to bring this year to the WAC conference and our whole spring schedule.
For V Nation, this is Romeo Villarreal.
The Vaqueros broke up into 2 groups over the weekend. Part of the team went to a tournament at Rice, where Juan Cruz Soria picked up 3 singles wins and Elliot Johnstone earned 2, while Soria and Kobe Jansen combined for 3 doubles wins and the backdraw doubles championship.
We had Juan take his singles flight. He played in the top flight. I think he pulled out 4 wins, really over some really good players. Typically the number 1 players from a lot of the universities. I know he played Incarnate Word, Lamar, Nicholls State, and coming up with some big wins there. And then also Elliot had a couple really good wins as well. Then in the doubles, we had Kobe and Juan pair up, and they actually took the doubles flight for their draw as well. So we pulled off a lot of really good wins, and hopefully this will really carry over and just kind of build in their confidence and kind of lead into the rest of the fall season.
The rest of the team at the St. Mary's Quad picking up 10 wins in 2 days. Ethan Ammon, Harry Wells, Cosme Ubera, and Andreas Hernandez all picked up 2 singles wins, while the doubles teams of Ammon and Wells and Hernandez and Ubera came out victorious as well.
We battled through. Some of the freshmen were kind of working through the first pre-match kind of jitters, a little bit of nerves. Came up a little bit short against St. Mary's, but the following day, we bounced back really well against Laredo, who's a good team, and then Our Lady of the Lake. And I kind of think some of those freshmen kind of worked through, those first-time nerves. And we talked about the night before, and they all kind of understood that, the nerves and the stress is going to play a factor in the sport. But I like how they responded the second day on Saturday and really kind of took charge of their own game and really pulled through for us.
Also new to the athletics family, but certainly not new to the university, is Dr. Paul Sale, who is serving as the faculty athletics representative. The former provost and vice president for academic affairs at the University of Texas Pan American, Sale was appointed by UTRGV President Dr. Guy Bailey to serve as a liaison between the university and the athletics department and a representative of the university in the WAC and NCAA affairs. Dr. Sale returned to the classroom in 2010 as a professor in the Department of Educational Psychology, becoming the chair in 2012. Dr. Sale accepted the role of faculty athletics representative so he could help prepare our student athletes for excellence in life. Want to help? Then it's time to become a part of something bigger and support V Nation by joining the V Club. You can become a member of the V Club for just $100 a year. All of the proceeds go directly to student athlete scholarships, so visit UTRGVNation.com today to see how you can make a meaningful impact on the lives of student athletes.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to winning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
We compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
and believe that we can inspire others,
just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
the Western Athletic Conference. Here's what's coming up in V Nation this week. Only one home event on the docket, and that's men's soccer against Our Lady of the Lake on Saturday at 7. Women's soccer is on the road, opening up WAC play at New Mexico State. Volleyball also opens up WAC play at New Mexico State after visiting Prairie View A&M. Cross country heads up to Texas A&M Corpus Christi and Texas A&M for a pair of meets, and men's golf competes at Wisconsin. For a complete schedule, you can log on to GoUTRGV.com. One more note before we go. Over Labor Day weekend, you might remember we labored a little, hosting dueling volleyball and men's soccer tournaments. It was more than just hosting a bunch of games, though. It was about helping to fight hunger in the Rio Grande Valley. As part of Hunger Action Month, UTRGVAthletics teamed up with the Food Bank RGV to host 4 Orange Out events and collect food for those in need. Well, y'all responded in a real big way, as UTRGV fans donated a whopping 816 pounds of food in 2 days. That's more than enough food to feed over 160 families. We can't thank you enough for your support. If you haven't had a chance to donate yet, we're actually going to be collecting donations throughout the academic year in our main athletics office. It's part of a competition between our teams to see who can collect the most donations. For a schedule of which teams are collecting when, log on to GoUTRGV.com. We want to thank you for stamping your passport in V Nation this week. Schedule another visit for next week. But until then,
we play for you.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to winning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
We compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
and believe that we can inspire others,
just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
the Western Athletic Conference.